Welcome back to another episode of Let's Go Hunt. We're on number 170 now. Holy shit. Almost certain that none of these will betray you for 30 pieces of silver. We have Dave Packard, who is mildly unprepared. Sam Alexander, I'm here. Mike's queer. Where's the beer? Vince H., who had an interesting weekend. And too tired for this shit. I'm Mike Gonsalves. Tonight, around the campfire, we have...
Uh-huh.
I was wrong.
Yep. And we have Vince in an awesome Roman outfit. Holy shit. Nice.
Like I said, it was an interesting weekend.
All right, so Vince gets to go first.
So his first century, that's very high imperial Gallia on his head, Lorga segmentata on his chesties, on his little chesticles.
Mm-hmm.
Do not wear that red cloak anywhere, actually depending on what time, but definitely don't wear it within the confines of Rome itself, because to wear a soldier's cloak in Rome is looked down upon.
Beware the Ides of March.
Are you talking about like right now? Because I'm not going to Rome.
No, this would be back in, so especially late Republic, early Imperial. It probably extends past that, but to wear, so red being the color of Mars and therefore being associated with soldiering, to wear a red cloak to Rome, like in the actual city, was highly frowned upon, because you should not be bringing your bloody red cloak into Rome at that point, being, the heart of the Republic / Empire.
God forbid the soldiers look like they soldiered.
Blast these rules of engagement.
I dare you to do a run and gun in that.
I thought about it. I really did.
You do a run and gun in that, I will do a competition in my spaceman suit. I'll have to put the visor up because it fogs up and I can't see.
You need that T-shirt with the meme on it, like always has been. Like that's
yes.
No, so I shared with the guys. We did at church. We had a what's called a resurrection egg hunt, where you go through and you tell the story of the crucifixion and then resurrection with little stories, and there's Easter eggs with trinkets inside that connect to the story. And I ended up with I volunteered and ended up with the story of the piercing of the side and Jesus on the cross and the actual death of Christ. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna use this fake spear and this prop armor. And so I bought some armor and put together a costume, and I ended up buying the helmet as well and making a spear that's very similar to a Roman pilum. And I also made the belt. The shiny belt. It's a shiny belt. I made one of those because I didn't have time to buy one. But anyway,
it's a very nice outfit.
Nice.
Oh, and my wife made me a tunic, which is quite freeing and comfortable.
Gross.
Yeah,
did not need that information.
Tunics were great until they got north of the Alps, and
there's that.
Pants, only barbarians wore pants, so you would have likely worn some kind of leg wrap, which seems just terribly inefficient compared to these things called pants.
What is this devilry?
Yeah, but pants are constricting, and
hey,
no matter what you call it, a skirt
to
is
get
a
your
skirt.
skirt back.
Right.
Not back in those days.
Get my skirt back.
One of the issues with that fucking Braveheart movie is they're all wearing fucking kilts, and it's way too early to be wearing kilts.
Yeah.
That movie has.
They've been just wearing tunics.
Yeah, they would have been dressed no different than the fucking Englishmen they were fighting.
I mean, they would have been dressed somewhat different, because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to tell themselves apart from the English.
I mean, if you're going up to the level of the aristocracy and the nobility, yes, that's where heraldry is very, you want to be seen. In part because if everyone sees that, hey, that's fucking Lord Gonsalves over there, we don't want to kill him. We just want to hit him really hard and his family is going to pay us a shit ton of money to get him back. But if
Yep.
you're just a poor fucking infantryman, it actually might be a little hard to tell each other apart.
That's what I'm saying. Like that was where I was going with that. Like on the battlefield, they had to have had some. Now
Well, that's the idea of fighting under a banner.
that's
It's
true.
basically-
Under
it's
the
based on
banner.
where you're grouped, or if you are the men at arms to a particular lord or a knight, then you wouldn't be wearing his heraldry, you would be wearing his colors. But that's not for a levy, that's for someone who's a employed professional soldier at that point.
The other thing we should probably remember also is that medieval battles were not fought in the all the dudes run at each other and then crash into each other with shields clashing and
gay.
swords. That's a Hollywood fascination, or that's a Hollywood fantasy. Realistically, thank you. That's the word I was looking for. Appreciate it. In reality, these armies would go at each other and they would just be shield wall versus shield wall, and they would try to stab at each other in the shield walls and break the shield wall. And then,
Pending.
now you're right, depending, but I mean, for the most part, the Romans were fighting people with shields, except
Well,
for
you
the,
have to
like,
remember
Germanic
that-
barbarians and stuff like that. But
No, the Germanic barbarians would form up shield walls. However, they were not as they lacked a lot of discipline
Discipline.
necessary. And they
you're
lacked
right, a discipline.
Yeah. Well, and the idea is, of course, you have to preserve your army so that you can
fight
have
another
your
day.
army to
Right.
fight another day. So you don't want to just send your army in piecemeal and get chopped up.
Right.
If that happens, then it's just a bloodbath, right? On both sides. Not just on one, it's going to be on both sides.
Now, neither
So-
one of you has an army, so what are you gonna like? Shake your sticks at each other?
Hey, we might have to fight. This is a bad idea.
I don't like this. I'm running out of men.
No, it was a
so-
lot of the Roman infantry tactics were based on the Greek phalanx, but
Yeah.
more loosely.
Not quite. So Greek phalanx, if you go back to Mycenaean period, I don't know enough about that, but shut the fuck up, Dave. Let me talk. I see you smiling over there.
We tickled Sam's tism.
So the point, by the time you get to Peloponnesian War or the Persian Wars with the Greek hoplite phalanx, you know the big ass fucking shields
Mhm.
they all had. Well, that shield only covers half your body, the way it's strapped to your arm. The other half hangs out to cover the dude next to you. Oh God, I've been waiting so long to talk about this.
Mhm. And this is
Sorry.
why I brought up shield walls.
This is why
because I knew that somebody would.
throughout history, since the Greek period, any position on the right side of an army is considered a position of honor. That goes probably not up until today, but that continues for a very long time. Like the right flank is like that's where that's the position of honor. Because going back to Greek days, with that shield not covering, it hangs off to your left. So it protects the dude to your left. If you're on the right side of a hoplite phalanx, you don't have a guy to your left. So hoplite armies have this. I've read it two ways. The one that makes the most sense to me, though, is they tend to get kind of strung out on the right side because the dude on the right side's kind of trying to turn himself a little bit to not have his frickin' side exposed. So the right flank tends to get a little strung out, which is why you put your disciplined, you want your good guys on that side because they're going to hold. Because often where a phalanx fails is on that right flank where it starts to get rolled up. In a Greek phalanx, once one side of it gets rolled up, you drop your shield because it's fucking heavy. You drop your 9-foot, I forget what they call the spear, and you run as fast as fucking possible. If it goes to swords in a Greek phalanx, then shit's getting really messed up. The sword's mostly to chase everybody down and stab them with.
Mhm.
And the way the Greeks fought is you sit there and you go head to head with your phalanx, and one side trying to break the other. And as soon as one side breaks, you run them off the field. You collect all the armor. You erect a trophy, which is where our word trophy comes from. And then from there, you can parlay with the other guy to get their dead back.
And how does that differ from the Roman tactics of the first
We're going to get
century?
there.
Thank you. That was my next question.
Sorry, we're just watching Dave slowly die.
Macedon comes along.
It's every episode.
I'm just fixing
Specifically-
shit, man.
Specifically, Philip, Alexander the Great's father, He revolutionizes the Macedonian infantry to use the longer sarissa pike. No longer are you holding a shield with your left arm the full time. You are now holding this 18-foot bit of wood to poke the other guy with, which gives them far greater reach, which means they can overrun Greek phalanxes. And then Alexander the Great does his fucking awesome thing. It's a great name, by the way.
So is Lord Gonsalves. I'm kind of reveling in that one.
By the time you get to Rome, the Romans start off with using a phalanx. They'd slowly develop a way until in the Republican period, they are using essentially basically four different units. You have your velites, which are your skirmishers. These are your young guys who can't afford to buy the rest of the shit. So you send them out first to screen your infantry, so to physically block everyone else's view, and they sling fucking javelins and rocks at each other and have a merry old time with the full expectation that they're not meant to win the battle. So as the infantry then the heavy infantry behind them closes up, they get to run away behind everybody else. Then you have your hastati, who are you're a little bit older. They are less well armed than the guys behind them, the principes. Junior Mag, what is this conversation about? It's about cool shit, sir. It has nothing to do with hunting.
History. It's hunting humans.
Your hastati are, again, no one's expecting them to win. They're just expected to wear down the front rank of the enemy. And then they can retreat behind your principes, who are in their prime, the best well-armed, best armored, because at this point in the Republican period, you have to buy your own shit. It's not provided to you. And at the very back, you have the starts with a T, whatever. That's where your old guys are. They're still armed as a phalanx. Probably because with big, long spears, they can convince everybody in front of them to, hey, get back up there. We're not running away yet. By the time you get to the Imperial period, they are no longer using spears in a phalanx. Your late Republic to Imperial Roman legionary is armed with a gladius, which is a short stabbing sword. He is armed with 1 to 2 throwing javelins. And the whole idea is he's going to get up close within throwing distance, throw his javelins to disrupt the enemy formation, and then go in with big ass shield in one hand to protect himself and not the guy next to him. The boss on a scutum is held in the center. It's not held across the arm. Oh, this is one of my fucking tisms. So that shield is
Really?
for versatile protection, not for protection of the guy next to him, and he is now engaging the man in front of him in individual combat, but not in a fucking free-for-all like in Gladiator. He's going to focus on the dude in front of him, or maybe over here, maybe a little to his left. Yeah. They defeated so head-to-head, Romans would not be able to overrun a Greek phalanx. Where they were able to overrun Greek phalanxes is on broken terrain and with more maneuverability.
You were thinking of Tetrarchia.
Yes. By the time you get to the third line, which is actually brought up in Roman primary sources, that if a battle goes to that word, shit's gone really bad, because those guys are your fucking 50 and 60-year-olds. They're not supposed to be winning battles. Anyway, and by the time you get to the late Republic, you have a professional army where all their equipment is being provided for.
Yay.
And thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Good night.
Okay, so how was that different from the Romans?
I will fucking boot you.
If you weren't paying
Honestly,
attention, you're on your own.
I understood it, and that's what matters.
So a Greek phalanx, if you're
No,
starting
no.
to get those fucking giant, if you're getting those heavy ass pilum being thrown at you, even head to head, that's going to disrupt your formation. If a poorly disciplined one, they might turn tail and run, in which case Rome's just going to fucking walk all over them. You know why your armor doesn't have any fucking leg armor vents? Because you need to be able to fucking run.
Yes, Kay, that's exactly how we got here.
You also would have trained with a heavier version of your shield and your gladius, your sword, so that by the time it came to use the real thing, no, they're all fucking lightweight now.
Dude, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Anyway,
That's bright.
Oh,
How you doing there, Dave?
I've got plenty of beer. I've got plenty of beer. I've
Ty
got-
in the chat said, I think they're talking about deer drives. I don't know.
I've got
Going
I've
for
got
style
tools.
points now.
I can just do. I can keep myself busy. All right.
The DeWalt
I
drill
hung
is the
this
adult
knife.
fidget spinner.
This nice bag here for no particular reason. It's just something to do.
It's actually quite warm in this armor.
I would imagine. I got my my little battery powered fan running.
I turned mine up.
I mean, fun fact too.
I swear to Christ.
Oh, this part actually
What's
is this part
Christ
is
ain't
really-
gonna help you.
this part actually is really cool. At the Battle of Alesia, where Julius Caesar overcame Vercingetorix and at that point ended the Gallic Wars, they besieged the Gauls inside of Alesia by building, I can't remember what the inner wall was, but about like 13 miles of wall around this whole Celtic town. And then when the Celts came to relieve the siege, they just built like 15 miles of wall around themselves on the outside to continue the siege inside of a giant donut.
Why?
Siegeception.
Because it worked. They couldn't run away, they get slaughtered, so they could break both armies attacking from the outside and prevent any breakouts from the inside.
All
Anyway,
right.
Well, neat. What else? I now regret my decision. Uh,
I don't.
What a fun show already. 16 minutes in.
I have no regrets.
No regrets.
no
Oh,
regrets.
Oh, Dusky
Dave-
asked me if those antlers were level.
So Dave's reaching for the antlers in the background that his bow's hanging on. He's looking.
What's he doing?
He's looking for his level.
He's scooching.
Putting it on there.
So they are level. It's just asymmetrical. That's what I'm going to go with.
Valid.
You mean elk don't produce entirely symmetrical antlers?
Some do.
Well, all right then.
Special
Those
made
are
in
the
China
fancy
ones do.
ones.
So how you kids been doing?
Just fine. Feels like I'm back in 10th grade.
Why?
Let's
And
be
then
honest.
I'm
If
like,
I was your
history
10th,
class?
Fucking world history.
if I was your 10th grade history teacher, you probably would have had more fun in class, and I probably would have been fired really quickly.
So,
This
'Cause I'm
kid's
pretty
is a
sure you're-
spear. Would you like to throw it?
which
I'm pretty sure your 10th grade history teacher wouldn't have called them dirty Celts.
my 10th grade history teacher brought a musket to school and then fired it outside.
Well, he should have fired it inside.
He should have, but
Well,
they wouldn't let
wait a minute,
him.
Wait.
My 10th grade world history teacher was Mrs. Trapp, and she was kind of a bitch. Not like all the way, but
Just kind of.
Like just
Almost.
enough.
See,
Almost
there's a
there.
reason you don't fire a muzzleloader inside, even if you're just shooting blanks. It makes a lot of noise and a lot of smoke, and it
Yeah, and then
will,
you could get away for the rest of the day because you're like you disappeared and poof.
it will even just a blank shooting black powder will chip brick at about 3 yards. Because there's unburnt pieces of powder coming out there pretty fast, and it will, take chips out of brick. Ask me how I know.
I don't think I need to. I think
Mhm.
I've inferred.
How do you know?
God damn it.
All
I
right.
watched a buddy of mine play with a 1851 Navy
buddy.
revolver. I swear, don't even. It
At
was
least
his
you're not
first
junior mag
time.
going, my history was hot.
And he was over there going, hee hee click, hee hee click, and then it went hee hee,
Bang.
and we're all like, oh no. Yeah, I think we were like 15 at the time or around there, and we're trying to get the house aired out before my parents show back up.
Oh,
And-
so much for that.
Why does it smell like burnt cordite?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I don't smell nothing.
Okay, so I put in for tags earlier this week.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did.
What did you tag?
All points.
Yeah.
With talked with it over my wife for a long time, and it's based just with. I was planning on dumping my muzzleloader, my elk points into muzzleloader season this year. That was planning last year, but then with how everything's planning out, with moving at the end of August, new kiddo showing up beginning of July, it's just not going to work out. So rather than dumping the points, because I also would have to surrender the tag, I believe by June 1st, which is not going to give me enough time to see how all the cards are going to fall. So unfortunately, I think I will someday be paying non-resident tag prices.
Wow.
Colorado.
I didn't even think the draw results came out until the beginning of June. How do you have to turn the am I
Maybe I misread it then. But either way, it's not like I could surrender. I wouldn't. Yeah, whatever.
to the reason I'm bringing it up, and I again, I could be wrong. I'm wrong on lots of stuff all the time, but my understanding was you can turn the tag back in anytime before the season and still get your points back. As long as the season hasn't started yet.
I don't know. This says June 2nd.
It says turn it in by June 2nd.
If you surrender by June 2nd, you can get your money back and have preference points restored.
Okay.
Whatever. Even if
maybe they come out in May.
I don't know. Even if I'm reading it wrong, even if it was in July, it probably wouldn't still give me enough time to fully plan.
No,
because we got to get moved. We got to get, and then I have to get work drummed up there, which means that I didn't even want to put in for like second rifle season or something like that, and then find out that I'm trying to drum up work or I'm in the middle of a big job, and it kind of is inconvenient when I'm working with a new client to say, "See ya, I'm running off to Colorado for a week."
Yeah,
so I'll just bite the bullet on non-resident tags someday, I suppose, which sucks, but oh well.
But you also you will also be living in Wyoming and won't have to deal with Colorado anymore.
Ooh, that's something I'm very excited for, is going to be trapping season coming up in Wyoming, because I will have time to get out and do some of that stuff. I'm still looking into what the actual I know the take on beaver is unlimited, except for I saw a map that scared the absolute crap out of me for about 10 seconds, because it's the 2025, 2026 beaver trapping areas. And I see all these little red circles. I'm thinking, holy shit, is that the only places I can trap in? And then if you read the legend down here at the bottom, it says limited quota areas.
Ah.
So it's like, oh.
Whew. Oh, okay. So I can... Those are the
off-limits So places. You can still trap there. It's just it's not unlimited.
Except for in the gray areas on this map.
It's a gray area, really.
So where on that map nearabouts are you supposed to be?
Okay, do you see my cursor?
I do, yeah.
So down here in Pinedale, there's no red splotches anywhere around. So we're all good. So Wind River Range would be all right through here. This is riveting audio, but there's none of those closed off areas anywhere in the Wind River Range or Bridger Teton National Forest, except for there's some small closures, it looks like, on the highway going up towards Jackson, and then Teton National Park, and then of course Yellowstone are both closed to trapping, which is just sad. Let me go in there and trap Yellowstone, man. We'll trap the tourists. New big game species idea for Wyoming: trapping tourists in Yellowstone. And there's going to be quotas based on nationality. Or at least, subspecies based on continent of origin. Did you trap 5 Europeans? You're one over your quota. Oh man,
that's my free euro.
Well, you're allowed 5 Europeans unless they are Danish, in which case you are allowed to have 6.
You're allowed 6 Europeans, one of which may be Danish.
Like cheese-filled Danish, or just like the normal kind?
Shut up, Mike.
Oh. Shut up, Mike.
All right.
It looks like their beaver trapping season begins October 1st, and then ends April 30th. So basically, might be the same as ours. I think that might be for last year, but yep, Wyoming, October 1st through April 30th. Okay, then.
Guess
Their fur bearing, they have a specific fur bearing animal brochure, and it is 16 pages long.
Oh, interesting.
I believe Colorado may have made it more like 20 pages long. The resident fur bearing hunting or trapping stamp is $45. So about the same as Colorado. Non-resident is $250.
well,
Well then.
I don't have any beavers to trap or anything, but I do have a new thing at my house.
I saw that.
Yeah, you guys want to see? I have fucking turkeys now. Wild ones.
Why?
I don't fucking know.
Wait, are we sure they're wild or they just escaped from somewhere?
100%. So I put up cameras and shit at my house, revamped some cameras, and I got a notification and it's like motion detected. And so I'm like, I wonder, and I click and I'm like, what the fuck are those? And I get to look and I'm like, oh, they're goddamn turkeys.
Gobble,
Like,
gobble, gobble.
I've only ever seen turkeys in this county down in the canyons where the turkeys always fucking are, and then up by Two Buttes Reservoir.
Hey, this dude's in Colorado.
Yeah, he's over by Junction.
Oh.
He's also left side, like you will be in Wyoming. Anyway,
Yeah, out of the tornado areas.
that's the fun part, though. Yeah,
Vinny Cloud.
I
The cloud's getting longer. It's a spaghetti cloud.
What are you
Yes,
doing,
Vinny
Step
Cloud.
Cloud?
Man, you suck. Anyway, that was low hanging fruit. Yes, so I am now going to get an over the counter turkey tag, which opens on the 11th here. So I've never once ever in my life hunted turkeys, and now I'm going to in my backyard. So I think that's almost cheating.
Dude,
I've been hearing them gobble around my house, and so I think I'm gonna try and call one in at some point. Try and take some of Squeezer's advice and just play real hard to get with them.
One of these birds has a beard on it. I don't know, 3 or 4 inches long. The other one is like all there, but it's a smaller bird. Like, oh, why are you so small? And
They
yet
may
have the
just look
best
fluffy.
goatee.
Oh.
because gobble, gobble, gobble.
But yeah,
He's
that's what's,
he's growing out his soul patch to kind of compensate for some things.
that's what's going on in my neck of the woods. Oh, and in case you were wondering, the building in the background of those turkeys was indeed an outhouse.
Neat.
Hot.
Next time I'm there, can I use it?
Is there a bear in
I
it?
mean, sure and unknown.
Well, I've scrolled through Wyoming's fur trapping brochure. It is remarkably free of bull crap, actually.
California must not got there yet.
Not yet, but now leg hold traps, you got to check them every 72 hours or so, which is, totally fine. I'm excited. I'll get some freaking conibears and then, get some beaver the old-fashioned way.
Marriage?
No, older fashioned than that.
Oh, trapping and
John
then
Jake's
marriage.
Bastion style.
Trap them into marriage. Got it.
Yeah,
Sounds like fun.
it really does. That was what I wanted Colorado to be
Yeah.
3 or 4 years ago now. And then finding out that I was stuck with live traps only, and then going through that for 6 months, and this being like, "Get the fucking big ass cages." Ugh.
Yeah, but then you learned everything there was to know about beavers.
Oh,
You
I have
learned that they
no.
pop themselves up half an hour prior to sunset. So all you have to do is be out there an hour prior to sunset. You sit on the fucking pond, you wait for them to poke their head out, and you shoot them in the fucking face.
The difference is now I can just go ahead. Well, when I move, not right now. Take a whole trap line up there to trap, an entire mile of that type of creek, or half mile or whatever, and ideally, get 2 or 3 and go. All right, cool. Now I've got some work ahead of me to throw meat in the freezer and hides in the freezer.
You're gonna get 20 and be like, oh fuck.
In
I'll be
one
like,
day.
hey,
In one day.
It's gonna be like,
Let's check the next trap. Shit, there's a beaver in it. Let's check
They
the
call
next
up to
trap.
work,
Shit,
"Oh,
there's a
sorry,
beaver
I
in it.
can't show up to do your shower tomorrow. Why is that? I've got, which who knows? It might be one of those things that people would understand. Like, I got 20 beaver and I got to skin out. Oh, all right, see you tomorrow. after.
No, you won't. That's why I called. Oh, right.
Um,
All right. See you not
I'll
tomorrow.
be telling my wife, hey, honey, yeah, we're gonna eat a lot of Mississippi pot roast.
There's gonna be so much beaver getting eaten in this house.
I can't even imagine. Like the times we've put 3 or 4 deer on the ground between 2 or 3 of us have just been like, that's your whole afternoon. Like, that's your entire afternoon.
It takes me 45 minutes to break down a beaver. So if I got 20 of them, mathematics, it would take me a long fucking time.
Yep.
Hopefully I don't get 20 of them. We'll start smaller.
Like
You get-
18 hours.
20 muskrats. Why?
Yeah, that'll do.
Do I want to do a segment?
Sure.
What?
Do you want to do a segment?
Oh,
What
which
kind of
segment are we
segment?
doing? I've got 3 of them to pick from right now. Tell me what music to do, sir.
I'm not in charge here.
Or you just want to do something?
do the spotlight.
Okay. Here's the fun part. I didn't clean up the audio since last time, so you're still gonna hear me. Okay, well,
Perfect.
recording, so you do you, boo.
Okay.
Woo! Spotlight with Dave.
Hey, we're gonna do that one more time. Okay, so you do you, boo.
Okay.
Okay.
Woo! Spotlight with Dave. I was feeling it that night.
All right.
So what do we got?
Vince,
Dave,
did you
wanna
put
talk
this in
about it,
there?
I put that in there.
Yeah. So, alpha gal syndrome or gal?
People say gal.
That's what I
Alpha
thought.
gal.
You gotta stay away from those. They want to ruin your life and they have too much creatine.
Mm-hmm. Scary. Well, first of all, the way you're putting your hair up scares the shit out of me. It looks like you rip my shit off. But no, this is essentially not essentially, it is an allergy to red meat
Right.
from ticks.
Yes.
Is this that fucking Bill Gates shit again?
You know,
Is this
okay,
Bill Gates
so,
trying to make me allergic to meat?
so I was looking into it and I was trying to figure out, see, the Bill Gates thing is something rather recent where they're doing experiments on ticks to try and make ticks that don't infect cows with something. That it had nothing to do with it. Though I was trying to figure out, like, and no Google search that I could think of could get past like 1989. And when it was first observed that somebody had a meat allergy. Because, see, this doesn't. Okay, let's go. I'm going to go first into what it is. The alpha gal, okay, what it stands for is alpha galactose, and that is a glucose-based molecule that is present in all mammals' blood. And when a tick bites something like a deer and then bites you, it causes a reaction where your immune system attacks the alpha galactose molecule that spread from the deer or whatever other mammal to you. And what it does is it creates your immune system starts attacking the alpha galactose molecule independently of the tick bite. So if you go to eat anything that has an alpha galactose molecules in it in any kind of concentration, it'll cause an allergic reaction. And and it's weird because it's delayed. It's not upon contact. Like, handling the blood doesn't necessarily cause an allergic reaction, but if you eat it, then it's like 3 to 6 hours later, you have an allergic reaction that can lead actually to anaphylaxis and death.
Okay, so it's Taco Bell. Got it.
Wow.
Just because it can lead to death doesn't mean it's Taco Bell.
Oh, well, there was the 6 hour delay part that got me, but fair enough.
6 hour delay to death.
Anyway, where was I even? So, yes, it's a meat allergy, and it's caused by the bite of the Lone Star tick and some others. But the big one is the Lone Star tick. Okay, and one, it's really important now because of this that you have to really, take your tick preparations and do tick checks at the end of every day, because it does have to be attached for a good amount of time, or at least having more of the ticks attached or for the longer amount of time makes it more likely that you'll develop the allergy. But the weird thing about it is this doesn't exist in the historical record. It's not like there was a meat allergy that everybody was seeing and observing and going, I wonder why this happens. Kind of like, diabetes. Diabetes existed before we called it diabetes and figured out what caused it.
Used to be called the honey sickness.
Yeah. There was no, meat sweats before this, right? The meat sweats exist. It didn't happen. And it wasn't until 1989 that someone first observed it, and then further research was done and finally identified the cause in 2007, I believe. And since then, it just seems like it's exploded. And all of the explanations are just unsatisfying. Like, why did ticks suddenly start causing a meat allergy? Why? This is
because
one of those
they were
things...
genetically engineered to do so that we wouldn't be able to hunt meat anymore, and they could take our way of life from us.
Yeah, but where did you find that?
Where did I find? In my fucking head, because I can pay attention to the world.
Yeah, but where's the source? Like, what did it? Like, you can say that, but you can suspect it, but you can't say it as fact. Okay.
Now it's training day. It's not what you know; it's what you can prove, and I get that.
Yeah. So it's like, it's suspicious is where I'm at with it, right? Very suspicious. But yeah, it was just unsatisfying because there's not even a theory about where it came from. It's just that, hey, this thing popped up. Must be...
You will be happy and you will eat the mosquito burger.
Now,
I'm not gonna eat
conspiracy theory aside, what if it was an evolutionary trait that ticks developed so that we would stop eating the deer that they're attacking, and they could have the deer all to themselves? And, if we're allergic to meat, we can't eat. Do you see where I'm going with this? It sounds a little outlandish, I realize, but
yeah. I mean, I've had theories like that where, like, well, does it have to do with the fact that people really don't come into contact with blood anymore? Like the blood of animals, and therefore, there was no natural resistance that was built up over, over time, where you're just, helping butcher animals. And as we got away from an agrarian or even a society that hunts
Yeah.
frequently. We just got away from it, and now it's causing an allergic reaction because we didn't have exposure in the youth. But
So,
it
because
se-
soy boys.
Yeah, we've been eating too much soy and tofu in our teenage years. So now
Yeah,
we don't
it's-
know what real meat tastes
I
like.
hate tofu.
Who doesn't?
I had to eat tofu growing up because my mom would use it to like stretch out ground beef and stuff. I don't think either any of my brothers have ever forgiven her.
I wish it was that. Honestly, because that would be a good explanation. That would be an explanation, except that the shift from, even agrarian to whatever we are now has been
Consumerist.
ongoing for the past 150 years.
Yeah.
So there's really no explanation.
Also,
along
it's
that
a
line.
very, from an evolutionary standpoint, that's a very short time scale
Yeah, it's way
for
too
it to happen
sudden.
on, and B, it's not. I'm speaking a little out of my freaking wheelhouse right now, but we all know what happened when I spoke inside my wheelhouse earlier.
Yeah, you went on a fucking.
That's a very strange evolutionary leap.
Yeah. Anyway, the real point of this is, you have to really pay attention to ticks now. And it's not just like, oh, you got to check for ticks because of Lyme disease. You have to, what is he saying?
Bob from Getting Optics says you can only get organic meats and veggies at the store, and the FDA makes the best ones. They also grade all of their meat products.
And their
Anyway.
meat-like products.
They don't
You-
grade
you
the
re-
hot dogs, though. I've never eaten a prime hot dog.
Ugh.
Maybe that's what the Hebrew Nationals are.
Actually, no, I'm just thinking about chili
They
dogs.
make up here smooth. So my oldest boy says, because waxy.
Oh, wait,
Yeah,
have you
here
had
smooth.
the donuts? The donuts in the little sleeve? They do that.
Yes. Yeah.
Yep.
Mm,
Yep, they
Yeah.
do that all the time.
Got to balance it out with the orange juice.
You gotta get the all beef hot dogs, though. I mean, if you get chicken like the 99-cent hot dogs,
Nope.
like the 99-cent hot dogs, you can mix in with like macaroni and cheese, and that's what you feed the children. You gotta get the all beef ones for yourself, though.
Oh no. Lips and assholes hot dogs are the only ones
Mm.
in this house.
Look, I buy the cheap ones for the
That's where all the
kids,
flavor is.
and then I just buy brats for me.
Fucking A. Brats are
Okay.
not even hot
We'll
dogs.
Well,
Like,
yep.
I'm not even having hot dogs. Like brats, guys. Come
Yeah.
on. And
We'll have-
I like the Johnsonvilles, but also the Johnsonville like jalapeno cheddar brats are just oh man, I just don't want to talk about tube shaped meat too much.
It's already gay. Just keep going.
Just
Oh,
eat it
hang on, wait.
sideways. Move on.
Bob says he's late. Is Vince wearing the new anti-tick helmet?
Oh god.
I got him
damn.
everywhere in the woods here. Had one latch on me to my wiener once.
Oh my god.
Bob, all I have to say is, sir, you missed the best part of this show, which was 16 minutes of me tisming all over the place. So
Bob, if your
Oh,
lady
don't
says,
ever
"Oh,
fucking
suddenly,
say that again.
I like how
Visiting all over
Sam
the
thinks
place.
that's the best part of the show.
damn right
If
it
you're-
was.
If your lady says she's allergic to meat, don't believe her.
You know how long I've had some of that info locked in my head with nobody to tell but my wife?
Thank you for opening that door, Vince.
With our condolences. Take your tick preparations seriously. Permethrin is really the only thing that consistently repels them. It's in the United States, it's mostly the Lone Star tick, but others will carry it and cause it. And it's actually the alpha galactose allergy has been identified on every continent except for Antarctica, which is starting to make Antarctica sound really nice.
I agree. Let's go there and hunt penguins.
Stupid little flightless birds. Yeah. But that's something we should all be aware of. It's actually gotten to the point where when companies talk about tick repellents, they're actually commenting on that now. It's not just Lyme disease. It's not just Rocky Mountain spotted fever. It's also alpha galactose now. So I truly think at some point we are going to see something come out about the government doing something ridiculous with ticks. Actually, I already know that they did something where they irradiated ticks and then released them to see how they spread, because they were using Geiger counters to find them.
You're lucky I have to go upstairs and take care of a screaming child because you just about triggered another autism with radiation.
Oh,
They,
goodness, we need to move on before
They have
I'll
tiny
gotta go
little
upstairs, so you're on your own now for about.
They have tiny little cameras on thousands of these ticks, and they're just running around seeing what kind of data they can get from them. And they upload it all onto a server called TikTok.
Dave, I'm gonna need you to go get in your car and start driving the mist.
It gonna take him a while.
I will distract him until you get there, and I just need you to just kick him square in the nuts
I
until
can
he
do that.
stops.
It's never gonna stop.
I don't. Okay, fine.
Dude, he
kick
will
him in
kick
the
me.
teeth.
Dude, he will kick me, and I'll be like, "My nuts are round, bitch."
You probably fucking giggle. Jesus.
Look, if there was a superhero called Tickman instead of Ant-Man, like I'm out. Like
Yeah, no.
no, I'm done. Like
That's
no.
some
You're-
Deadpool shit right
Yeah,
there.
like you're just gonna go suck other man's blood. That's fucking weird.
Like
Wait, wasn't there a superhero called the Tick, and it was played by the same what's his name, Patrick Warburton, the same guy that does Joe from Family Guy, the one who talks like this?
I don't
Oh, Peter.
Yes, I
Oh,
believe there's a
Peter.
show called The Tick, and he does the voice. Let me look it up.
I don't know. Also,
Nope,
I
I'm out.
do not care.
I'm not. I'm done going into the woods. Which makes,
It will be strange if we start finding ticks here because we don't have them. We do, like, up around the lake. Well, it was a lake. It is now fucking national news that it dried up for some goddamn reason. But there's some up there, but not out here in the high desert where there's zero fucking moisture. So it'll be interesting to see if we actually get ticks now.
yeah. It's infuriating that the explanations are just like, oh, it's gotten worse because they're spreading. Like, no, that doesn't answer my question. I asked, why was there no reports in the historical record of a meat allergy prior to 1989? And Google's AI is just like, global warming. It's like, shut up.
Dude, Google's AI sucks so bad.
Though, interestingly, they have genetically modified pigs that don't carry the alpha galactose molecule in their blood, so that you can, if you have the allergy, you can still eat pork. Which is funny if you get it and you're a Muslim, but
I find that quite funny.
Go on.
ticks are Islamophobic. Yeah. The other thing that's kind of interesting about it, and this is kind of a tangent, but not really. Apparently, the alpha galactose molecule is why, like, you can't take pig organs and transplant them into a human. That's what causes the reaction, is that molecule. So if you
Interesting.
have a pig that they've actually
I thought they had a pill to
Use-
combat that, though.
no,
AIDS?
not for that kind of
Welcome back, Sam.
You're
not
welcome.
for that kind of organ rejection. With like human to human, yes, they have immunosuppressants to do.
Are we talking about pig organs?
Yes, we're talking about pig
Okay.
Why,
organs.
yes.
The ones that have been genetically engineered to remove the alpha galactose molecule, they've actually successfully transplanted pig kidneys into a human in a clinical trial with someone who was brain dead. So it worked, and now that means it opens the door for possible like organ harvesting from pigs to transplant into people, which they went through to deal with feeding pig to people who had the alpha galactose allergy. Anyway,
So what you're saying is we're 2/3 of the way to man bear pig almost.
I hope so.
They're gonna be like, oh, by the way, we could put bear livers in people.
hey, at least we know that man bear pig isn't a Mohammedan.
That's fair.
Like, he's at least Greek Orthodox. I mean, who knows?
I hope that bear liver likes Keystone.
What
Hey,
else?
Bob,
was-
my kids do not have pig snouts and curly tails. My children are all gorgeous because they're related to me.
Oversized heads and all.
That is actually true. My middle boy, yeah, my middle boy, even today, but especially when he was going up to like 18 months old, up until then, he would have like they do the head measurement and shit at the doctor's office. It would be greater than 99th percentile. It's like, yep, that one's mine.
Dr. Scary Guy, some Sams are more equal than others. Like, that's perfect.
Yep.
I just read Animal Farm for the first time. I'd heard of it. I understood the concepts, but I just read it. And I actually thought it was pretty good.
Oh fuck!
It's-
I forgot I was reading a book.
It's been a really long time. I think I skimmed through Animal Farm instead of actually reading it because the problem with having any book be required reading is that Sam doesn't end up reading it.
That's fair.
You should have seen me try and read the damn book that they required. I think it was like 11th grade, some kind of feminist book called The Awakening. And all I remember at the end is the gal swims off into the ocean and commits suicide by swimming into the ocean, apparently. It's like, oh, finally. She's dead.
Jesus.
The only opera I've been to. I went to an opera with the girlfriend that I had back when I was like 19 and 20. And holy crap, this guy was supposed to die in the third act, and it took 15 minutes too fucking long. Every time she fell over on the bed, and I'm like, oh, good, she's dead. She'd get back up and keep singing.
Sounds like my fucking nightmare. I am not
Lay down
cultured.
and die. Oh, it's the only one I've been to. I'll never be back to another one. Oh, it was so
And
boring.
be sure you wear your life jacket at the opera.
Especially at La Traviata.
Wasn't the
Well.
Titanic? What?
Never mind. Opera reference. Uncultured swine wouldn't get it. Not that I've been to many operas either.
Phantom
Yeah,
of the Opera?
You said many. I've been to none. Zero.
I think I've been to 2.
Oh, that's one more than me. So
I've seen. I went to the Crucible, and
Weiss is gay.
I think I've seen La Traviata. I'm not sure.
okay, all I
Been a
remember
while.
really about the one that I went to, other than the chick didn't die at the end, finally, well, she did at the end, finally, is that somewhere through the middle act, like her betrothed shows up and calls her a whore and throws a wad of money at her. And I thought that was all fun and exciting.
I mean, that seems
It's like,
valid.
look, something's happening, and then nothing would happen again.
As far as I go with opera is J.G. Wentworth commercials.
877 cash
You
now.
have a structured settlement, and you need cash. No.
That is
Call
my
J.G.
opera
Wentworth.
knowledge.
Do they still have those commercials on?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Probably.
I might have just
It's a
meant
classic.
musicals.
I don't even.
Yeah.
I hate musicals. Ugh.
Well,
It's like stop singing.
Yeah,
when do you
musicals
hate
suck.
operas?
Operas are basically musicals in Italian.
Loudly.
Loud Italian.
Well, they do have them in German. I was told once upon a time that I might enjoy German operas more because they're nihilistic.
The answer was
Is
Is
9.
it just
And I
yelling?
think the person at the time thought I was like in some kind of dark place in life, which wasn't true, but apparently that's the impression I gave.
I mean, I could understand that impression, knowing you.
Bitch, I'm happy as fuck. I got to spend 15 minutes subjecting you to the knowledge locked in my head.
Yeah,
It
but the
scares
thing
me
is, you
what
never
else you have up
smile.
there. He was smiling the entire time.
But
He's
not like smile. He's smiling like that. I've got knowledge within my head, but he doesn't have the I'm actually happy smile.
The happiness is overrated.
It's called
Yeah.
smug.
Yeah, there you go.
Ah.
Anyway,
This is a hunting show, right?
Is
It
it?
is?
Sam, you got anything over there?
well, I talked about the beaver trapping thing, which is what I was excited for. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, I haven't got a lot going on now. We are getting into fucking mid-April at this point, so I do need to go up to the old creek and find me a couple of beavers to shoot. And I need
Yeah,
to
it's
change
time
up
for the
some of my
beaver season.
strategy so that they don't get away from me this time. Little fucking bastards. That'll be a great thing about trapping them. You know what a beaver can't do when it's freaking like been crushed
What?
by a cauda bear and its spine is snapped in half?
Get away.
Leave. Or if they're on the what's the name of the trap? If you're going back to actual, Mountain Man days where they would have a foothold trap. There you go. The
Mhm.
foothold trap, that does trap their foot, and they do leave, but they dive underwater and then they can't surface, and so then they drown and they stay down there, attached to a wire. No problems with that either.
It sounds
Probably-
horrible. I'm okay with it.
Well, it's not happening to me, right? No, I think I haven't scattered around that creek at all this year, except for when I went up there in the fall. It has been so damn dry, but I was up. Oh, I went fishing on last Thursday with my daughter and my oldest boy. I don't remember fishing being that hard when I was a child. I remember just hucking lures out in the lake and reeling, huck lure and reel, and eventually you'd get a fish on it and off you go. So maybe
I
I'm
do.
trying too hard.
I hate fishing because fishing was always super hard for me when I was a kid. Like I never caught anything. I still kind of don't.
Well, all
So
the fishing I did as a teenager and then as a younger man, before kids, was all fly fishing, and I didn't touch my fly rod for a couple of years. The last time I went, that first time I went elk hunting, and I had all the bow issues, and then picked up my fly rod on that last day and caught a limit of trout in 11 Mile Canyon. So, but it's kind of hard to drag the kids into a canyon full of, essentially white water in some areas. Like,
yeah,
here, go catch fish. Whee! But they were, so the lake I was at is what feeds the creek where I'll go look for beaver, and there was plenty of water in the lake still, and they were running it off into the creek. So hopefully the water levels in the creek will be fine.
they probably should be. I mean, some of the retention ponds around here I've noticed are looking kind of dry, but
They shut down all of the national forest, like Pike Sand and Isabella National Forest. All the national forest around here locally, at least within an hour, 2 hours worth of drive, is now closed to shooting because of how little. So like going up to turkey tracks to shoot, that's out the window now because of how little snowfall we've had.
that is.
I've talked to
nuts.
multiple people at work from different clients who have had family members or they themselves went up to go skiing in the mountains, and their description of the ski slope was You cannot ski to the chairlifts, and when you get to the top, your option is to go down a little stripe of snow with mud on either side.
God damn.
Because they've used the snow machines to create a little
Like they got to do something to charge you $200 for a lift ticket. What kind of blows me away is it's not the fact that they charge $200 for a lift ticket. It's the fact that people still pay it to go ski on rocks.
well, if you're one of those people that has the like the renewing season tickets, yeah. Here, share my screen real quick.
Yeah, but if you're that guy that's like, hey, I'm going to go up to Breck for,
Oh, screw you, Forbes. You want me to pay $60 a year to see this article? Get wrecked. But up the ski lift, there's like little patchy snow. There's your ski slope, a little bit of snow, a lot of mud.
fuck that.
So we'll see what happens. This is going to be a crazy year for wildfires in Colorado, and I have no idea. I have no idea what it's going to do for big game stuff because it's going to be a dry as fuck summer. So maybe that translates to hunting in the fall being, sit where the water's at.
Probably.
There's my lake.
Sir, that's just Salt Lake. That's the Salt Flats.
That's a
this is
point.
Wendy's.
Ironically enough, when it dried up, my buddy found his boat motor that fell off.
Hey, been looking for that
Just
for 17
stick it up.
years.
Yeah. He went and soaked it in WD-40 and it's running to this day. It was underwater for almost a year.
Dude, that's wild. Like
Yeah.
I remember a couple of years ago, we were talking like, hey, maybe I could go shoot some teal on that lake. And you were like, no, I mean, it drains and then it fills and then it drains and then it fills. But now it's not going to fill.
It will if we get a turd floater like about 40 miles west of here.
Mm-hmm.
It will. But we need 2 of them because the creek that fills that has to fill up a bunch of little ponds on different ranches, and then it'll go under the highway and then into the lake.
Is that what does it? The agriculture taking all the water and the lake doesn't really?
No, it's just, it's not spring fed. It's just
okay.
like runoff.
It
fills
has to
this.
rain.
It has to rain a lot.
Without the rain,
Oh,
you'll have
that's
no
right.
lake.
Yeah, exactly.
Without the lake, you have no fish.
And
Without
when
the
it
fish,
does
you have no
run,
ducks.
Without
When
the
that-
ducks, you have no life.
when that river does run, it is pretty spectacular to watch. It filled up in 2013 or 2014, and there was guys riding jet skis about 10 miles from the lake to the highway where the river crossed underneath the highway. They rode jet skis all the way up in there. And this is not a river that runs unless it fucking rains. It went from what the picture looked like to full in 3 days.
How deep is it when it's full?
About 40 feet.
Holy shit, that's a lot of water.
It's about 50 acres. Maybe it's 70 acres. I can't remember. Anyway.
I don't really have a reference because I still don't really understand what it. Like, I get that there's 640 acres in a square mile, but
Yes.
like breaking that down into what 1 acre looks like, I don't really have a frame of reference.
So an acre, if you were going by a square acre, it's about 210 feet by 210 feet.
So 420 square feet ish. Oh, I'm sorry, 4,200 square feet.
Yeah.
I was going to say
400.
that is not right.
No, you're
Yeah.
right.
That
My
math
bad.
ain't mathin'.
No.
42 square feet. That's an acre.
All right. I've got a yard that's like 97 acres.
I've got a house that's a lot of acres. Go around your whole life and not comprehend what an acre actually is. So people are like, man, he's got a really big house. And then you have your friends over to your house and you're like, oh,
Oh, sorry. The reservoir is 700 surface acre. So
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Dang, that's a lot of water to fill in 3 days. Holy shit.
it is pretty spectacular to watch. Oh, Bach. Bob just
Like-
dropped some shit. 5 to 25, maybe the end of this month.
he said he'd sell it to you with no box or manual, which to me seems fine. I throw both those things away anyway.
But apparently we don't do that.
Like nobody reads those.
I do.
No, you don't. Don't lie to me, Bob. Don't lie to me.
I
guys.
absolutely do. Because I was trying to figure out subtensions on the Advocate. And I was like, oh, there's not any. And then I asked Gideon's AI bot thing. And it's like, go measure it. I'm like, perfect. I'll do that. Hey, Vince.
Hmm?
What you got there?
What do I got there?
What do you got there?
Nope. Okay, well, let's. Nope. There we go.
What's going on there, bud? Oh, what you got there? Oh, it looks pretty good, bud.
Well, I don't think I've ever seen a man fishing for turkeys before.
Hey, if you show me, I'll show you. What do you say?
Don't forget to bring a towel. All right, Sam, you want to go first, or you want me to? I feel like I've talked a lot.
You're
You
talking
haven't
to me?
talked. You haven't talked near as much compared to what Sam has.
Talking to me?
Sam.
I'm walking here. I'm talking here.
So I wanted to talk a little bit about something I've seen recently with suppressors and kind of the way the market's going. So in the show notes, I've got 2 links to 2 different companies. One, the first is, so I got an email from Landtech. What is it? Landtech USA. And they've made muzzle devices and other things. Well, they just released a couple of suppressors, a 22 long rifle one, which looks overpriced, but also a 5.56 that's, it's a 6-inch suppressor that's 1.6 inches wide, made of stainless steel, and they've got a sale going right now, and it's $400. It's got a universal back end, so you can put whatever quick attach nonsense you want on it, or a direct thread. But it looks like a nice heavy use suppressor that's relatively lightweight and not ridiculously expensive.
How much does it weigh?
Which 13.5 ounces, I think, without the rear mount. Let me see real quick. Yeah, without mount, 13.5.
It's not horrible.
No, and the price for $400. I mean, you buy it, it gets shipped to your dealer, whatever your transfer cost is. I mean, you're still, if your dealer doesn't suck, you're probably under $500 for
Based.
a good. And it's not a super big suppressor. It's 6 inches long and 1.6 inches wide, but it's also bigger than like a YHM Turbo. So I'm gonna guess it's probably a little bit quieter. I don't know, but there's you have that example, and we talked about the guys from Southern Plains Armory. They've got a number of suppressors that are all relatively lightweight and pretty inexpensive.
Mm.
So you're seeing a lot of suppressors on the market already that are coming in around that 4 to 450 price point, right?
Mhm.
That are of a pretty simple design. But then you have stuff that's more expensive, but you're getting crazy performance from. So the other one that I put in the show notes, the link is to the Spectre Cat ST, which I don't necessarily like cat, so it's Combat Application Technologies or SpectreCat.com. I don't even know why I'm going into this, but they have really weird marketing, and I don't necessarily like it. It's just kind of weird.
Define weird.
Well, the name of this suppressor is the ST, which stands for Super Thug.
Uh huh.
And I it make I just don't understand why they have to be like this. But also they have this suppressor. It's a 556 suppressor it's actually so you can shoot 6 arc through this one, which is interesting. Kind of like the the Otter Creek polonium.
I really like that can, considering it was $540, and the one you're talking about at $400, right around the same price range. Like,
Yeah. And so the Spectre Cat ST is the exact same size as like the Lantac. It's over $1,000, close to it's 1,040 for the titanium and 1,090 for the Inconel version. But the thing about this one, it's 3D printed, and it's so far so on Pew Science, it has the highest sound suppression rating of any 556 suppressor so far.
interesting.
And not by a little bit. So like your YHM Turbo untuned is like in the high 20s, like mid to high 20s. And if you know anything about Pew Science, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, I'm sorry. You'll have to go look into what he does at pewscience.com. But this one's like a 53, which is, every 10 points is like a sound suppression category rating, which is just an expression of the risk to your hearing if, you shoot it unsuppressed. Anyway, so you have these two sides of the spectrum where you're up in the $1,000 range for some of these that are high performance now. And then you still have stuff that's pretty inexpensive at about the $400 area. And so that's kind of what I've seen, like, a lot of people predicted when the tax stamp went away, that you'd have all these companies coming out. Like the Lantac one's new, right? Cat's been making stuff for a while, but you have the high performance stuff and then the high value stuff. And I kind of feel like all the stuff in between is kind of pointless. Like, get the high performance stuff or something that's high value. But if it's like mid performance and mid price, like, there's no reason to be there. Like, put a suppressor on everything, or put like one really good suppressor on one thing. I don't know. What do y'all think about it?
I need to buy can before I give too much opinion on can. I'm still also waiting for the day where it's like, oh, you want to buy this suppressor? That's $100, but it's gonna be destroyed in 2,000 rounds. So didn't fucking buy another one.
Oh yeah, and the next level armament. So I sent the link for Dave. Had AIM Surplus had a sale on a bunch of suppressors, and actually the next level armament stuff that they talked about on We Like Shooting their cheap one was about $400 too. The Predator, I think, and it's about the same size, weight, price category there. But also, they had the one that he was really jonesing after, so it's like,
Yeah.
I had to add that one in there.
That's a good price on that one too.
I'm hoping by the end of the year they're kind of just pretty inexpensive. Like
Yeah.
I hope there was that surge of all the TISM kids that was like, I can get one now because there's no tax. And then by the end of the year, it's just like, oh, all these companies have spun up and they're starting to need to really push volume. And so they're having to actually, the prices come down. I hope. But
Yeah, same.
you're going to see a lot of companies fold. But you're going to see prices come down too.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, what you got there?
On what I got there.
What you got there?
So y'all like Mosins? Did y'all own a Mosin?
Mosins
I like
are
my
one of
Mosin.
the guns of all time.
Okay,
It's a pretty gun.
if you like that Mosin, and this is actually suppressor related too. Attaca Industries has created a this would be more appropriate for another show too, but a replica of a World War II suppressor that was briefly designed for the Mosin Nagant that fits on the bayonet lug. Well, not the bayonet lug, because Mosin doesn't have a bayonet lug, but fits in the same sense where it lugs over the front sight, and you get you a little can for your Mosin. On the flip side, this one is $950. So it costs.
Ooh.
I mean, of course, these days that's only 2 Mosins, but back in the day, that cost, that'd be the cost of 10 Mosins.
Yeah, that used to be the cost of 10 Mosins.
Um,
That's painful.
these suppressors,
Almost as painful as an unsuppressed Mosin.
these suppressors were not terribly common in the old WW2, but I think it's pretty fucking cool. These came out at SHOT Show 2026, but it's just a little can that clicks on the end of your Mosin, so you can go do Mosin things, but slightly quieter.
So you can Mosin on over that way and not advertise.
Now, Subsonic 762x54R. I don't think you're going to find any of that on the shelf. You could probably hand load your way there. Guess you wouldn't have to worry about cycling issues. But I thought that was I saw that earlier today, and I
You just
reached
load
out
that
to the
down.
guys.
That'd be fine.
I reached out to the guys who made it, see if they get back to me. Not mostly just to be like, that's fucking cool. But
Yeah, I almost shot my first deer with a Mosin. Almost shot my first deer with a Mosin 5 times. It got away.
yeah, that's understandable.
At what range?
Say, was that deer
Well-
very bright if it just stood there? But what was
No,
that?
see what happened the first time was at like maybe 100 yards, and then it ran towards me because it was so loud that it couldn't tell where it was coming from. And the first time I missed was at like 100 yards, and the last time was at 10, which was strange.
Yeah, let's say that deer's like, ooh, I'm gonna walk towards this one.
It
That deer-
ran in
that
my
deer wanted-
direction, and I was like, and there was no blood, nothing. I missed 5 times. It was
That
a
deer
heck of a
wanted to-
morning.
That deer wanted to die, and then by the time he was at 10 yards, he's like, you know what? This is embarrassing. I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I had 1 round left, and I was like, I'm going home before I have bad thoughts.
Oh, you poor.
I'm not
poor
even gonna
man.
go sit in the stand at this point. Like, I'm done. It was walking in. I was walking into my blind. I was 15 years old, and I was hunting with a sporterized, like Mosin. Which one's the M43, the carbine?
That would be so. That could be M44, M38, or I think M43. As yeah.
Is a 43 or 44? Hey,
Did it have a well? It's sporterized. Did it have a weird ass hinge hanging out right next to the muzzle of the front sight?
oh, it
Because it was
had a
sporter.
it
Hmm?
had a bayonet.
Was
We
it side folded?
sporterized it. We
Was the
are the
bayonet-
ones who sporterized it. We are the sinners.
Was the bayonet fold to the side, or was it just
Yes,
passed
it
up?
had the long, pointy, spiky bayonet.
and it folded?
Yes, it
Okay,
folded.
so it's an M44.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
But
I'm not surprised you missed. I had an M44 that was not sporterized that shot, and I sold it. I kind of regret selling it. It shot dinner plate sized groups at 50 yards.
yes,
Like
yeah.
fucking.
Though to
I'm-
be fair, the next day I shot a doe with a Model 94 Winchester sitting in my blind. So, it could have been worth. Could have been worth. Yeah, could have been worse.
Could have been worth.
It was not worth.
Yeah.
What, Sam? What is it about the different rifles that makes them either dinner plate or MOA? Because
Oh well, if you're
Mine-
talking about oh god, if you're talking about the M44 specifically, having that much mass on
Oh,
the end of the
no.
barrel and very asymmetrical on the barrel causes all kinds of fucky things to happen with the harmonics, or so I've read. Also, you have a full length rifle cartridge that's now popping. I mean, the fireballs out of those things are fucking huge. So I'm not sure if it's a velocity problem with a cartridge that like the round not being. Of course, they wouldn't properly. It was I don't know. Whatever. I just know a lot of them are shot out, which is why they're dinner plate. Mine wasn't shot out. My instinct had more to do with the bayonet.
Yeah, the bayonet would make sense. I've made a Gatorade bottle dance at 100 yards with 5 rounds from mine, so it's
They're
definitely not
also-
dinner plate.
Yeah, there's also a lot of Mosins out there that are far more accurate with the bayonet mounted.
I don't have the bayonet on mine though. So, and I think because you say that, I think you may be onto something because, different weights of different bayonets, even though they're all manufactured to the same specs, they're really not microscopic. Variances in the barrel and the bayonet can throw off the harmonics really, really badly. And
You can. The Mosin originally was not supposed to have a detachable bayonet, which is another issue where a lot of surplus stuff like my bayonet can't get it back off my rifle or can't get it on because the bayonets oftentimes were fitted to the rifle from the factory with no intention of it ever being removed from the rifle.
that's
You and I have talked about this.
that's a thing.
That's the thing.
That's a thing. That seems like a really dumb thing.
So, anybody else got something for tonight?
No,
On the old what you got there, bud?
no, I got know what you got there.
Nope. I done had it.
Well, I got some new Air Pro at the surplus store. I'll briefly just go over it. I'm a fancy boy now. I have Comtac 2s.
That's a pretty cool score.
Well,
at the
they're
surplus
fucking
store.
Contact 2s, so they are several generations out of date, but they have about the same hearing protection level as my Howard lights. They'll hook into my radios. I put gel cups on them. And they were a hell of a lot cheaper than buying Contact 3s.
And those were
those
are like a $500 set too, right?
Oh hell, back in the day. I mean, not anymore. These are old. But with the boom mic, it's like, plus 10 operator points. So I can now go LARP even more LARP-tastically.
You love the LARP.
So
The LARP is life.
not hunting related at all, but you're pro. is always good. Don't go deaf. Going deaf is bad. Do we have, before I push the button, there's no new, where's the warheads on foreheads?
I have it somewhere, but I was gonna raise the, like you brought up the Beaver Jihad briefly. I do have the High Point 10 mil and the Gideon 1-6 Guardian, the fiber optic dot on the High Point, and I fully intend on taking beavers with that in the next couple of weeks.
You have that because because Bob wants to beaver you.
Well, you know, I'm beaverable, I think.
You hear that, Bob?
Be,
He's open to it.
be the change you want to beaver in the world.
Beaver the change.
High forehead, on forehead. 10 seconds, the mic on. Sauce on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. 10 seconds, the mic on. Sauce. 1, 2, 3. Drop foreheads, on forehead.
All right.
On the count
So
of
what I got this year or this week,
This year. Whoa.
this
This
year,
is a once.
apologies.
Hear that, people? This is now once in a year segment. Get it while you can get it.
Are we this week in guns?
Your math has been really bad this week. First of all, it's 420 square feet to an acre. Now it's a once a year segment. Are you feeling okay, buddy?
No, I'm exhausted. I told you that before we started AK.
Well, I did realize playing this song. It's a shame we told people what your name is, because then we can have a competition for people to guess what your name is based on the distorted version in the song.
1, 2, 3. That's my name.
With Michael Blue.
Golf 1, 2, 3. All right. So this week,
Picture it. You're drunk at an airport in Portugal.
and a grizzly bear attacks you, and you draw your sidearm. That's this week's story.
And it turns out it was just a really hairy Portuguese man. You are now going to jail.
I don't like where this has gone.
This is Mike's story.
Can we not? Can we not this time? No? All right. I guess we can. All right. So this one doesn't really matter what website it came from, but this dude, Alaskan man, shoots himself in the leg defending against a grizzly mauling.
He took that advice about shooting your friend in the leg a little. He's like, I don't have a friend.
I'll just shoot myself and then I can get away.
Wait, what?
That's not okay. So this dude was 32-year-old Tyler Johnson was on a hunt in Alaska, of course. They were on the Kenai Peninsula, and a grizzly bear. They spooked up a grizzly as they were hiking through thick brush. Amazing how many times this seems to happen in the stories that we bring up, right? Grizzly bear pops up. Tyler draws a pistol and unloaded the pistol on it. And as he's unloading the pistol, so what had happened was the bear came up out of the thick brush. Tyler's like, a bear, and he starts falling backwards. As he's falling backwards, the bear is jumping forwards on him. And as he's falling backwards, he's drawing his gun and firing as he's falling backwards, and as the bear is like, rawr. So as he's falling backwards, he decides that, you know what, that son of a bitch left leg, that's got to die. So he shoots himself. I'm sure that's not what really happened,
Okay. After
he
he
was-
was Wyoming, I'm bringing you up there. I'm going to make you walk through a lot of heavy brush with the camera, and I really want you to say, a bear.
He describes it in the article. He says, it was like getting hit by a freight train, and my feet went over my head. It put its teeth into my calf as I was falling backwards. I mean, he hit me at the same time I got my gun out when I was falling backwards. I believe that's when I shot myself in the leg. And he's got a video of the dead brown bear that attacked him. He's got video of his wounds. They put a tourniquet on his leg just to be safe. I don't know that it was necessary, but you know what?
I mean, at
You
that
do what you
point,
got to do to save
got-
lives.
You got bit by a bear and you
Right.
shot yourself. I
Right.
would tourniquet it too.
Right. 100%. Like, So it does. The article does not say what kind of weapon he used to defend himself. It was obviously a handgun, but yeah, the point is he had a handgun. They startled up a bear out of the thick brush. Let's foot stomp this thick brush. Be careful in thick brush, guys. And the bear attacks him as he falls backwards while drawing his gun. Like, I can actually see this being a legitimate problem. You're getting jumped on by a 400-pound animal, and you're just unloading into it. Yeah, your legs are down there too. I've seen. There's so many self-defense tactics in all of the disciplines of martial arts, and a lot of them, people are on their backs with their legs spread wide for balance, and they're fighting off the attacker. Right? I know I got away from my mic. Sorry.
Well, that's why your legs are spread wide.
Right, because I was away from my mic.
Bearcore.
If you're drawing a gun in that kind of defensive situation, yeah, hitting yourself in the leg is definitely a possibility. I brought
Should
this
we
article up.
Should
Go
we
ahead,
start
Vince.
pre-staging tourniquets when we're out hunting?
No, we should definitely have medical equipment on us when hunting, for sure. We should have a trauma kit with at least one tourniquet in it.
I'm just
I don't
gonna
know about-
pre-stage a zip tie around my neck.
That's a great idea. Perfect. That'll stop the bleeding immediately. Arterial leg bleeding. Tourniquet his neck. Stopped.
I don't
Um,
want to live in
easy
this
there,
world anymore.
So,
No. The point here is two things. One, you genuinely do not know how an attack is going to happen. You don't know how the situation's going to pan out. You don't know whether attacks come from humans or wild animals or spouses. They are unpredictable.
That was oddly specific.
They are
Mike.
unpredictable. They are violent, and
Are you safe
Is
right
everything
now?
okay at home? Are you in danger?
I'll blink
twice. Okay, he's in danger.
Practicing with your sidearm is hugely important. We say this all the time, but the whole point of this segment is to reinforce it every single time. Shit happens when you're in the woods. You don't know what's going to happen to you, so prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Train with your sidearm. Get a sidearm to carry with you in the woods and train with it. Don't just say, "Oh, I'm armed because I've got a gun." No, you're no more armed for having a gun than you are a musician for buying a piano. Lieutenant Colonel Jeff Cooper said that, apparently.
I don't know.
And
My piano, I push a button and it auto plays.
Listen, we don't all have automatic musician pianos.
Oh.
Some of us have the old ones.
Fuck that. Those things are so damn heavy.
Yeah, they are fuck pianos. Worst side topic, literally the worst house decoration ever. Who
Pool
the fuck?
tables.
I like pool tables because pool tables are useful. You can play pool on a pool table.
Okay.
I can't play the piano.
If you've ever had to move one, though,
Oh, yeah, that's fair. I'll give you that.
I love playing pool.
Yeah, me too.
So back to this Tyler Johnson guy.
Yeah.
He is. I watched this unfold here a few months ago, and he is now come out with a new device he's calling the Sound Bear Ear, and he's trying to get funding for it. But essentially, it's an ultrasonic speaker that you can carry around in your backpack, and you won't hear the noise, but the bears will.
It plays
And-
annoying bear noises that
Why
they
not?
can hear.
Or just
You
some
could-
kind of noise. It could rickroll bears for all I know. I don't know. I hear it.
As you're
I mean,
walking
you-
through the Alaska wilderness, you hear the bear version of "Never Gonna Give You
Yeah,
Up," and the
and then
bear's
you
like
get
fucking
fucking-
out.
Then you get fucking mogged by bears all day long. Want to kill you.
You could just take your wife with you.
Or you bring me along and you mention something that triggers me, and I spend the next hour talking your ear off.
I mean, apparently I can't hear my wife, but every other creature can. So, like, I mean, earlier I was laying in my bed relaxing. I was like, "Did you hear what I said?" I was like, "That's a weird way to start a conversation."
You hear what I said? What? When she's halfway through telling something and your brain kind of slips out the side and goes over here for a while, then comes
like an
back
old-
and you're like,
It's
shit.
like that Old Spice commercial with Terry Crews. Like the brain just like unhinges and like goes away. Like, no, come back.
And it comes back when she says, you know, right? And you're like, yeah.
I feel like it's been getting worse lately.
Um,
So
So
if you
the
want
sound
to see it,
barrier-
we have the show link, the link in the show notes, and there's a bunch of videos and stuff. So
the sound
Go check it
barrier
out.
speaker
Do you?
idea is a good idea,
it is.
except for if you're trying to hunt with it, every animal's going to hear you coming.
Oh,
So maybe not have that switched on during the time, which then comes around to why not just wear a bear bell?
And looking at the dude's video, that when you say thick brush, that's not what I picture.
Thick.
That looks like thick grass, but not thick brush.
Thick.
Thick.
I mean, some of that grass can be 6-7 foot tall.
Mhm.
Okay.
It doesn't look like it right there, but I don't know where the bear came from. So
Okay.
I'm
That's
not
fair.
discounting his shoot. I think it was a good shoot, especially to that thigh. But
From the way the article makes it seem, it sounds very similar to Brett's situation, where except unlike Brett, I don't think this grizzly was stalking these dudes. They just scared it. Or it's not a grizzly, it's a brown bear, but they scared it.
same thing.
And is it?
Close enough.
It's genetically the same.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, regardless, they spooked it. It attacked because it was scared, and it died right there. Like, I'm guessing from the video, this is where he's filming. This is basically where it all went down. Because why would you wander off 20 feet to make a video saying, "Hey, this bear just got me"? Like, you probably.
I would hope in that situation, I would have the presence of mind to, within a few moments of that happening, say, I just fucking shot myself. In reference to that guy who tapped himself with a 1911.
Yeah, I just
fucking
shot myself.
I don't
I
think
think
I
he was
would,
on-
but
Tosh
I wish.
0 for that.
He was.
Yeah.
I remember that. Back when we had television shows about the internet.
Right?
now we have internet shows about television shows.
That's a very 2011 reference.
Yeah.
Man, I just got flashbacked to watching Ridiculousness on repeat.
It's still on fucking repeat.
Yeah, but I'm not watching it now.
MTV's not even a thing anymore, and it's still on repeat.
It's just TV now. They don't play music anymore.
This week's web redemption. I just fucking shot myself. Anyway,
So that's what I got. That's our warheads. Be studious with your training. Don't shoot yourself in the leg defending yourself from an animal.
But if you're going to shoot yourself in the leg, shoot the animal too. It's
Definitely.
less embarrassing than them digging you out of the bear's stomach and going, hey, look, he shot himself in the leg.
It's far better than you shooting yourself in the leg, hitting an artery, bleeding out, and letting yourself get eaten by the bear because you killed yourself.
I mean, at least if you're bleeding, if you have an arterial bleed, you'll be unconscious for the worst parts of it, hopefully.
Anyway,
Unlike Timmy Treadwell, who brought a frying pan to a bear fight.
and a snack. His
Kind of
girlfriend's
just
the
makes me
snack.
hungry at this point.
I was really hungry earlier, so I had to eat.
I need a snack.
Bob's over here asking politics questions. Sir, we got a review. Did I read that review that said that somebody appreciated that we don't talk about politics?
Well, I'm going to say this.
Mm.
He asked if the peace with Iran is going to last, hopefully, at least 2 weeks.
I mean, I hope not.
Dead silence. All right.
I thought I froze.
I was just letting it stretch a little bit just to see if anyone would break it first.
Let's.
Like, damn, this is taking me back.
So what you just experienced was Dave's old internet,
Yeah.
from Dave's perspective.
Oh, it was super great though, because I'd just be talking and I'd be talking to you guys, and then you start talking over me, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then I would keep talking, and then everybody would freeze, and then the little circles would come up, and I'm like, oh, great. Everything I said is gone now.
I do miss the days of having to log on to the show 45 minutes early to wait for Dave's internet to stabilize.
No, that's because I had to literally warm up my computer for a half hour before that even.
Oh, yeah.
I don't miss those days.
Dave's computer was a 1965 Chevy.
Ooh.
My wife still
Dave's
uses that
computer
That's
runs on
pretty hot.
floppy disks.
my wife still uses that laptop, and to this day, like when it won't turn on, she's walking to go get a heating pad to fucking set it on so it
That's-
heats up.
That's just weird.
It's stupid, but it
That's
and
just
I shit you
weird.
not, every single time it would work.
Yeah.
But-
Bob says it's $4.20 a gallon where he's at.
Yikes.
It's 369 here. 69.
What's
Uh,
diesel?
420, 69.
Diesel's 514 in Lamar.
That's about the same here.
Well, all I'm saying is there's a lot more tanks out there running on that old cherry diesel than there were a month ago.
Mine always ran better on cherry. I don't know why.
No, I don't
It's
know.
not watered
Damnedest
down.
thing.
I don't. So it's not even that much cheaper, is it? Like $1?
I mean, $1 a lot.
I mean, you're right. It
$1
is.
a shitload.
You're
Yeah,
right. It is.
that's
When
not-
you're looking at $5 a gallon, that's a fucking 20% discount. You're right. But
Yeah. Sitting over here saying, oh, I don't know.
All
It
right.
doesn't seem like that's a lot. It doesn't seem very much cheaper to me.
Now,
you know
only
what?
a
I'll just,
dollar.
you're right. I'll shut the fuck up. You're right.
when you're running a rice mobile with a 12-gallon tank, I mean, it might not seem
Yeah.
like a lot.
Right.
Great. I say $2.50. Can't even go buy a pulp. But no,
Used to.
fuck that. I get paid from fuel tax. I'll be damned if I pay myself.
It's a
I'm
self-fulfilling
kidding.
prophecy.
I'm
It's double
kidding.
dipping.
I'm kidding.
Tabor
Pay
is one of the
taxes.
few reasons I'm still here. Genuinely. It's the only reason they haven't made our taxes just outrageously terrible like California.
You won't be there long.
You're right. They're going to get rid of it eventually. I know.
All right.
Well.
So, I think that'll about do it, don't y'all?
I
Yeah.
hope so.
We're gonna have to
Did
do
you
something
did
this
you
week.
read that review?
We
I
have
can
a
go back
review.
and read it. Again, I believe it's from a month ago. Commandant Cronut. Worst podcast ever. No, not really. I dig your random topics and really appreciate the lack of politics. Thanks for the great show, guys. I sent him stickers already, so I'm pretty
Oh,
sure I read that one live. But just
I'm
in
pretty
case
sure
you
you
didn't,
did too.
just in
I do
case you
not
didn't,
recall.
he appreciates
I remember it.
he
If he's
appreciates
got
the
the
lack,
stickers.
he appreciates the lack of politics. So
About that.
let's talk about some fucking politics. JK. LOL. LMFAO.
Have y'all heard about Watergate?
That's the one that Forrest Gump busted, right?
I was just about to fucking say that. God damn it.
There's some man at the room. Their lights must be out or something because they're
'Cause
in there.
them
with
flashlights, they're keeping me awake.
Then they let that man go to the moon, and they're surprised that the freaking rocket blew up. It's a Paul 13 reference. Okay, well, if you want to hear your review read out on live,
I get it now.
Leave us
that
a
was
review.
well done reference.
I don't understand.
you've never seen Apollo
Tom Hanks.
13?
Tom Hanks was in Apollo 13 and Forrest Gump.
Who's Tom Hanks?
Some pedophile.
He's the guy that you should never travel with.
Yeah,
Facts. Like, dude, he gets stuck in an airport. He got stuck on an island. He got stuck on a shitty mission.
Fear and Loathing on the Moon.
He got stuck being a big person. Like, dude gets stuck in all the fucking awkward situations. Leave Tom Hanks out of anything you do.
Terminal always holds a special place in my heart. It's like
Have you-
every time I see ketchup packets, I'm like, Terminal. No more Krakozhia.
Oh, shit.
all right. Junior Mag send you stickers. Did you leave a review?
Leave a review, Junior Man.
If you left a review, leave another one so I can find it again. And then you have to email your address to me at contact@lghpodcast.com, where I promise I will not send your information to Pakistan. Or
Remember, he
India,
said he won't.
or Bangladesh. Or China.
But for 30 pieces of silver.
Oh, bitch, I'd sell you out for 10.
AR-15 podcast was correct.
Sell you out for
Well.
a Klondike bar.
All right. Leave us a review. Reviews are great. Who's got the outro? Dave, you got the outro?
Indubitably.
Cool. Shoot it.
Out, indubitably.
Well, support the sport and take a buddy hunting. If you don't like that buddy, or if you like that buddy, tell him about our show. If you don't, cage his beaver.
I like it the other
So-
way around, actually.
Yeah. Hit us up at lghpodcast.com. Thanks for listening, and let's go hunt.
Is Free Euro the only show title we had?
I think so.
This is
Oh,
Dave's
no.
job.
I was trying, and then I was like even trying to get some from the comments in there. Dusky had one.
Okay, we'll call it
Like
free,
Possum King.
We'll call it Free Euro. 15 minutes of unuseless info.
Skip to minute 17.
Good night.
2 Romans, 1 cup.
Oh, God.